Good morning, guys. I guess this is day 16 of becoming a YouTube millionaire. And I was just watching John Townsend on Townsend's YouTube channel. He does a lot of like cultural history, specifically about the colonies in the United States in the 18th century. They do a lot of recipes on that channel. Primarily, they do a lot of stuff with respect to the 18th century, but primarily recipes. But he was talking on a quick thought video that he had today about traditions. And, you know, I had a lot of similar thoughts to him. My family has not been very festive this year with any of the holidays after Halloween, including Halloween, so including and after Halloween. We don't like Halloween to begin with, but we didn't really put any decorations up. We had a little bit of candy, had like 4 or 5 people come over to get some. It was a very weak showing, so it's not just us. I think after that, we had Thanksgiving. We had a cruise in between, so that was our own personal celebration. We did that and had a good time. But Thanksgiving was very quaint. We had about 15 people over at one point or another, but we didn't really plan that much. And then Christmas, I just put up a string of Christmas lights a couple days ago, after badgering my parents, specifically my mom, because she was like adamant she didn't want any Christmas lights up. And I think it's honestly, these traditions matter because all the hard work that you put into living, what is it worth if you're not garnering any joy out of it all? What is it worth if you just go from one drudgery to another and you don't actually reflect or spend any time enjoying your life? And my mother, my father, and myself, we work really hard to be sure that we can enjoy at least some of our lives, right? We have the slot channel that I work on with my mom. We go on cruises. We go to the Atlantis all the time. My mom especially loves the Atlantis. We try to go on RV trips, all this stuff. But there just hasn't been enthusiasm for the holidays. And I think it's because society has worn us out. I've mentioned this a few times on some of my other social media platforms, how we have been at constant war, specifically spiritual war with principalities, for at least the last 2 decades, probably much longer. We're constantly warring with them. We have been for the whole history of the human race, but it has gotten very, very extreme. It's like reached its peak in the last 2 decades, and we're worn out. We're worn out. Now, this is not to egg on those same principalities to push even harder to inundate me and the rest of my family and friends and all that. They're never going to be able to do that. I might run at 1% for the rest of my life because of how exhausted they're making me, but that's 1% that I'm still going. Never going to stop me. But it's been tough for all of us. For all of us. These traditions are a way of not just allowing us to have joy and enjoyment for all the hard work we're putting in to try to keep the world put together, but it's also a way of connecting one generation to another, connecting with our ancestors and our descendants. things that hurt nothing, and only provide joy. So why not do them? I see Halloween. I never liked Halloween. I just thought it was kind of a silly holiday, but I understand its purpose. Its purpose is kind of a release valve for all the negative energies that build up in the consciousness of humanity over the course of a year. Thanksgiving, very clearly, obviously you're giving thanks. And then Christmas is about joy, about love, about celebrating Christ. The fact that it's because of him that we're still here, alive, in more ways than one. It's been a bit of a challenge, but they're important, guys. Don't let them just fade away, these holidays and traditions. They're kind of the cultural backbone of... The United States has been called a melting pot of all different cultures and whatnot, but it's that backbone that gives us any semblance of something recognizable, something that is actually cohesive. Just like statues and... Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm a little disjointed, a little tired. Always am this time of the morning, but here we are. Alright, guys. Thinking maybe I'll do some reaction to videos in the near future. Alright, guys. Love y'all. Peace.